Welcome to the Crypto Academy channel. Today's video is all about Bitcoin and why it could be your greatest opportunity to wealth in your lifetime, but only if you understand why it was created and how it works. Most people still think Bitcoin is just digital money or a risky investment, but by the end of this video, you will know much better and you'll see that it's so much more than that. It's a revolution in how we grow and store our wealth. Let's get into it. Whether you realize it or not, your money is losing value every single day. Even when you're working hard, saving money, and doing everything right, you're still falling behind. Why is this? It's because the value of your dollar, euro, or whatever currency you use is slowly being eaten away by inflation. Since 1950, the US dollar, for example, has lost over 90% of its value. That means if your grandparents bought something for $1, you would now need over $10 to buy that exact same item. The same pattern is happening all around the world. You're not getting richer, you're running on a treadmill that's speeding up. Now let's imagine that the economy is just one big pizza. If you slice it into 8 pieces and 4 people show up, each person will get a smaller slice. Now imagine instead of baking more pizza, the government just prints more paper, claiming to represent that pizza. That's exactly what's happening with money. When central banks print trillions of dollars, they aren't increasing the real value, they're just cutting up the same economic pie into smaller slices. That's why prices constantly go up and why your money buys less. So, what exactly is inflation? Inflation is often described as just a rise in prices, but it's actually deeper than that. It's actually a loss of your purchasing power and a silent tax on your savings. Imagine you save $1,000 for a vacation, but next year, the same exact trip costs $1,200. That's $200 of your hard earned money gone. Not because you spent it, but because the value of your money shrank. Inflation punishes savers and benefits those who already own assets. That's the game, and most people don't even realize they're playing it. This is where Bitcoin flips the script. Bitcoin has a hard coded supply of 21 million coins ever. That's it. There will never be more than that. Unlike fiat currencies that can be printed infinitely. Bitcoin is governed by maths. No one, not a government, not a billionaire, not even the creator of Bitcoin, can change that supply. That means your slice of the pie can't be diluted. For the first time in history, we have a currency that's deflationary by design. Now let's compare the US dollar to Bitcoin side by side. The dollar is printed at will, backed by nothing but government promises, and it loses value every single year. Bitcoin is decentralized, limited in supply, and gains value over time as adoption increases worldwide. One is controlled by politicians, the other is controlled by code. One is based in inflation, the other is based on mathematical scarcity. Which one would you rather bet your future on? So, what gives Bitcoin its value? Three key things: scarcity, security, and trustlessness. It's scarce like gold, but digital and very easily transferable. It's secure. The Bitcoin network has never been hacked. And it's trustless because you do not need a bank, a government, or a middleman in between to use it. This gives the power back to you and removes the need to trust third parties who can freeze your money and change the rules as they wish. So, who is buying the Bitcoin? If you think it's just crypto nerds and Reddit traders, think again. Institutions like Tesla, MicroStrategy, Square, and even governments all around the world have publicly bought Bitcoin. BlackRock and Fidelity, two of the world's largest financial players, are now trying to make it easier for their clients to invest in Bitcoin. The biggest players on Wall Street aren't ignoring Bitcoin either. They're quietly buying while the average person is still skeptical. Bitcoin EFTs are coming. One of the biggest signals that Bitcoin is becoming mainstream, Bitcoin EFTs. These EFTs will allow anyone, even your parents, to invest in Bitcoin through their retirement accounts or brokerage apps. This opens the floodgates for trillions of dollars in institutional money to flow into Bitcoin. When that happens, demand will rise, and the fixed supply means the price can only go up long term. How does Bitcoin build wealth? Here's the bottom line: Bitcoin isn't just an investment, it's a long term store of value. Less than 5% of the world currently owns Bitcoin. That means we're still very early. As demand rises and supply stays fixed, the price has a strong foundation to only grow. Owning just 1% of a coin could put you in the top 1% of Bitcoin holders in the future. That's why it's important to buy now, because it's only going to get harder and harder as the price continues to skyrocket. You don't need to go all in. You don't need to invest your life savings into it. You don't even need to buy a whole coin. You can just start small. Regular investments of $10 to $50, whatever you can do, is going to make a massive difference in the future. Use trusted platforms like Coinbase, Kraken, or CoinSpot. Set up two-factor authentication. Learn about cold wallets. Most importantly, don't trade emotionally, and use dollar cost averaging strategies to build your position slowly over time. Remember, Bitcoin rewards patience, not panic. The prices will move up and down, but the important thing is to stay calm and continue to gain knowledge. In a world where governments keep printing money, your ability to preserve wealth is under attack. Bitcoin is one way out, a peaceful revolution in personal finance. It gives you the power to store value without relying on anyone else. This isn't financial hype, this is a shift in the foundation of how we understand money. You owe it to yourself to learn, prepare, and position yourself before the masses catch on. If this video opened your eyes, smash the like button, subscribe for more crypto content, comment Bitcoin below if you're going to buy more after this video, or if this video helped you start. Make sure to check out my other videos where I have tons of educational crypto videos where I break down how to safely buy, store, and grow your crypto portfolio. I have a link in the description to sign up to CoinSpot, which is a great app to buy your first Bitcoin on. If you sign up with the link in my description, you'll get a small boost with a little bit of free Bitcoin. Thanks for watching.